Hello everyone, I am doing an unboxing here of the Faceted Garden Oracle by Claire Mack. Got the little card here. I already took it out of the package and gave myself a head start on opening the plastic that's around the deck. So, and I got this cute card that's pretty. Says, thank you, Kimberly. You are welcome, and thank you. I'm super excited. I've been trying not to really pay attention to decks, but I knew this one was coming out, but I still was trying to keep my distance from looking at decks because of my death year and because I really need to pare down. In fact, I'm going to have to probably sell quite a few of my decks as I'm downsizing and making a move to a smaller spot and relocating. So it's just not practical to take my big hoard of decks. But I added this one because I knew I was going to adore it. And the reason I say that is because I have Claire Mack's The Illuminated Earth Oracle here. So I have that here. Guidebook, and this is a beautiful deck. I love her art style, you know, her, those are the backs. So let's set these over here for now, and we'll take a look at the box here for the Faceted Garden Oracle. I am really digging the rainbows and the matte feel of the box with the embossed gold. Is it gold? No, it's like a, what do you call it? Hieroglyphic or iridescent? It's pretty. Okay, take it out of the box. So we have the guide little booklet here, which is just fine. I don't need anything fancy, and I'm always a fan, I have to say it over and over again, I'm always a fan when creators have the book fit inside the box. Preferably a box this size, you know, but if it's not this size, that's fine. I just like the book to fit inside. It just makes things, our life much easier, if that's possible. But, you know, that's just my own personal preference. That's not for even me a requirement. Just a preference. So yeah, it's nice. It says, the Faceted Garden is a 50-card oracle of metaphor and symbolism. The garden referring to our home on earth with all of its conditions, both exquisite and harsh. The descriptions for each card are brief and associative, linking aspects of nature with human experience, wisdom, and choice. These are intuitive interpretations, loose and malleable, as your own instincts will guide you to find the answers that are meant for you. Remember, there are multiple facets or faces for every situation, like wandering through a vivid dreamscape. This hand-painted and collage deck will take you on an artful journey of the soul. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. And I understand she had a Kickstarter, which I didn't participate in because I was actively doing my death year, but I am planning to relocate, or at least temporarily go to somewhere that's, you know, far away from where I live now. And so I knew I wanted to have the deck be shipped here. So I had to make a death year exception, so to speak, because she is in Washington. She's based in Washington, and right now I'm based in California, so it's our neighboring state. And the shipping was quick, and I knew that it would be. So, and also, she's actually, at the time of this recording, it's like mid-November, but towards the end of November, she was moving herself according to her Etsy's announcements and her Etsy shop's announcements. And so, you know, so she wasn't going to be available to be able to ship decks for a while. So I knew I wanted to get this deck before I moved, before she moved. So that's why I made a death year exception. But as a result, I'm going to be selling a bunch of decks, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so we've got those. Oh, I am already loving the gilding. It's like that holographic, is it? Did I say hieroglyphic? I said hieroglyphic earlier. That's not it. Holographic. I'm so silly. Here's the backs. So here we have no gilding on the illuminated earth. And I'm one of those people who could do with or without it. But on indie decks, it's nice if the gilding is high quality, because then it'll last a lot longer than if you get the mass market stuff. And so even the size of the deck, let me see how many cards comes in. This is a 63 card, so the illuminated earth has more, but you can tell it's a slightly thicker anyway. Okay, cool. It's a slightly different card stock too, and it would have to be because it's gilded, by the way. But it still feels good. It still feels kind of like glossy matte, not that thick matte. Not that this one was thick. This is a great stock too. Shuffles like a dream. And I don't mind at all that the detail here of Claire Mac 2018, she puts, you know, that when it was produced, the deck was produced, and here she puts it there. Very tiny print. I don't mind it. So yeah, it feels good in the hands. They're slightly, looks like the illuminated earth on my copy is slightly bigger. All right, let's go through the cards, and then we'll look at the guidebook. So here's the backs. Not reversible, but that's okay. Let's go through the cards here. We have animal allies. Pretty. Anomaly. Birth. I really like this card. It's one of the cards that drew me to this deck, actually. I love the actual fetus here. I think I'm going through this phase of like accepting that I'm not going to have any more children, at least naturally. And I'm kind of like feeling a certain kind of way. I loved being pregnant, and this just kind of like, I don't know, tugs at a certain kind of maternal heartstring there. But I love this card, even without that, even without experiencing, you know, motherhood. I really enjoy that. Birth. Okay, here's bloom. Cactus. Cave. Celestial realm. Consciousness. Core. Wow, I like that actually. It's like a little nucleus and core, and oh, that's interesting. It's beautiful. Cultivation. Entropy. Oh, bishop. Entwined. Fall. Flame. Fountain. Gate. Gemstones. Herbal allies. Humanity. Light. Lotus. Metamorphosis. Beautiful. These butterflies here. It's man in the rainbow. Metamorphosis. Mineral realm. Morning song. Mycelium. I really like this one, Nest. I really, really like this one too. New Moon. Gorgeous. Nocturnus. See the sleeping person. Passage. Perennial. Pillar. Pollinator. That's cool. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think of like a butterfly or a moth or whatever. I would have thought the pollinator would be like a bee. But that's cool too. I mean, it's not just bees, I suppose, right? Look at this amazing ram. Oh my goodness. Volcano erupting. You can feel that burst of energy. Oh, I really like that. Scarecrow. Not what we typically associate with a scarecrow image, right? But I really appreciate that. Seeds. I love the keywords that she has. I mean, her artwork is just amazing. It does something for me. I really appreciate it. It has both a modern aesthetic and then also a throwback fine art aesthetic that, you know, like a classical type of hand that she has. And I'm no, you know, please, I'm no art critic or anything like that. I just know what I love when I see a deck. And I just really appreciate Claire's art. And I'm really digging her guide word, like her keywords, I should say. Spade. Spring. Star. Summer. Sun. Terrarium. Oh, I like that a lot. World within a world. This is one of my favorites too. Thaw. I really love that. And this one too. Thorns. Oh, this is gorgeous. Union. Watershed. Weather. Wild card. Oh, that's cool. I really like that. Winter. Wood. Grounded, earthy with that triangle there. I like that. Focused energy. And wreath. Okay. Let's see how they shuffle. Let's first try overhand. Oh my goodness. I knew it was going to... You could tell when you're like flipping through the cards if it's going to shuffle really nicely. I could hear it. I can hear. Oh, look at that one. That one jumped. What's that? Ooh, wild card. That'd be a fun one to explore in the guide. What's that about? Anything else? I want to riffle shuffle because I don't. It's so pretty. And Claire indicated that this will work beautifully with the Illuminated Earth Oracles. So I'll definitely be using them together. And they will be traveling with me when I go. So where I go, I'm going to have to fly to get there. Let's see. Yes, I can see. And so I can only take a finite amount of decks with me when I go. But these would be some that I will probably be taking with me versus waiting for them to be sent or shipped. Humanity. Let's see if there's anything more. Oh, I just love the way they shuffle and nest. All right, let's see. Let's take a look. See, so we've got wild card, which is great. And then we have humanity, nest. All right, wild card though. Our guide booklet, straightforward, and I like that. We don't need any. Oh, she gives you a reading the cards message. But really, you know, if you've been reading cards, you know how to work with the cards. I mean, you don't need all the extras. I personally don't think there's tons of content and books and all that good stuff out there about how to work with Oracle and Tarot decks. And then there's your favorite YouTubers. We love talking about this stuff too. All right. Okay, wild card says, this card presents a surreal or eccentric view of a given situation. Potential lies in an unconventional approach. Think outside the box. Wild card. And then we have humanity. Let's see. The condition of existence in the human family, fate, choice, and the marrying of the two. Longing and belonging, the desire to elevate consciousness. Oh, I love that. And a nest. Let's see what nest has to say. It's up here. Homemaking, nurturing, domestic comfort, a place of safety and protection for welcoming new life or incubating new ideas. Oh, I'm such a fan of nest. I've always loved the idea of nesting. Even when I was young and I learned about this concept of women who just before they have their babies, like the month before, like maybe even just the days before, they start really working on the nursery, cleaning up, taking care of the house, making it comfy and cozy and just set up with all the creature comforts. And then you start to see that same phenomenon with where they got it from, which is birds. And it's so beautiful. I just love the whole idea of nesting. So yeah, while you have the wild card, you know, that's just amazing, because you can go in many different directions with this card too. You know, if you are in a reading and this comes up, you know, it could be the wild card moment or the wild thing that, you know, something outside the box, something that you wouldn't even think of, and it's just, you know, so it's a good clarity kind of provider. It's a deck that can help provide clarity. So you throw this down with some tarot cards and you're like, oh wow, okay, I know that I can go in this direction with that tarot card meaning. It's, you know those off the wall kind of tarot card meanings where it means that, you know, I'm trying to think of something, drawing a blank, where it's like, you know, like sometimes the devil card could mean, the devil tarot card, I'd say, could mean like debauchery, needing to kind of be a bad girl sometimes. Sometimes there's a need to be devilish, and that's some, you know, a lot of times we don't read the devil card in that way, but there, you know, there could be other cards in the reading that kind of leans itself towards it, and then you get the wild card, and then you'll know for certain, oh yeah, that's telling me, yeah, that's the direction we're going with that devil card. You see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. But anyways, I really, really like this deck. I knew I would. I really do. I just like, wow, like vulnerability here. And I like how the font, this one's different because the wild card is up here. Notice that? There's like a gap here, but I don't mind that. But then you have like, have it here. And then in the illuminated earth, you have it here with gold. And sometimes you can't quite see it, but it's so pretty. I love this deck too. Yeah, so you got vulnerability that speaks to wild card, humanity with influence, and nest and evolution. It's really cool. Really, really cool. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I wanted to do a quick unboxing of the Faceted Garden Oracle. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already did so, please subscribe to the channel because there will be more content like this coming your way. But yeah, this is a cool deck. I knew it from the moment that I heard about it, and I'm super happy it's in my collection. I can check that off my wish list that I had, so finally, I'll look at that. Animal Allies, so pretty. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you're thinking about it in the comments. Let me know if you got this deck. I love hearing from you. Bye.